They were scratching their foot.
Okay, cool.
There's peppermint. No, we need invincible back on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's going to be the easiest way to get whatever it was that needs to be serene.
That stupid string. Yeah, good luck, bro. Me and Cloud sat there and farmed the fuck out of it earlier, and nada. And sadly, that's not one that we can do and trade for you.
Yeah, no. That's why I was starting to think. I was like, well, maybe if I put peppermint on it, it'll be slightly, and I mean slightly easier.
Yeah, we were sitting there fishing it up for about 2 hours.
I ate through like 8
Invincible.
glitch potions.
Well, let's test this out. Let's test out using it with peppermint.
And peppermint on Duskwire is not that great.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't have piercing on it, so peppermint's the next best thing.
Which actually, that's another thing. That's another one. They had mentioned moving Invincible to as the secondary, and then nothing came of it, and nobody's mentioned it since. Why is it when things are said, literally the entire community, everyone, on all of them, just act like they were never, ever, ever even mentioned and pretends like it never fucking happened?
Ah, you're right. Peppermint on Duskwire. It's kind of no different than having fucking cryogenic.
Kind of like how I just spoke, and you just ignored me.
No, I heard you.
Yes. But dude, don't. Cloud does that. That's the definition of ignoring, bro. That annoys the fuck out of me. But I heard you. Well, exactly my point. You ignored me. I didn't ask if you heard me. I stated that you ignored me. If you heard me, then you definitely ignored me.
I don't think that's how it works.
Mm-hmm. Because you didn't acknowledge what I said. Therefore, that would be ignoring.
Hmm.
Mm. I think it's a guy thing. I think all men need to be punched in the throat. Y'all are a bunch of jackasses. Especially ones that are little squirrels. Anyways, but for real, like, am I wrong though? Have you not noticed that?
I have. It's it's another one of their habits of like, well, we're thinking about doing this, or we're gonna do this, and then it just never gets brought up again.
Yeah, like the whole community just pretends like it didn't even exist. Like the free to play thing, like it doesn't even exist. It never was talked about. The machine still isn't sitting there. Like it didn't exist. Like I don't know why, but I think that's I don't know. Mm. And okay, so like part of that very well 100% can be a me thing, right? Like I know I've talked to you specifically, Detox. Like sometimes I think when I ask for your advice on some things to see if it's a me thing or if it's like a valid thing.
Yeah.
Well, my headset just did something really weird through the speakers. Um, and that one very well could be a me thing. Why that bothers me, because one of my biggest pet peeves personally is don't say you're gonna do something and not do it.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna do it, at least then acknowledge that and state it. Like, don't pretend that it doesn't exist, or like, slide it under the rug and give me some lame ass excuse. If
Yeah.
if you say you're gonna do it, do it. And if you
Or at least
can't do it, give
announce
me a
that you
valid reason
decided.
as to why.
Yeah. Just be like, oh yeah, we decided against doing that.
Right. Just state we decided not to. We're gonna go a different route. We're gonna do something different. Cool. You guys are the devs. You can do whatever, but don't pretend it didn't exist. So my question then at that point, is it a me thing or is it a valid thing?
I feel like it's a pretty valid thing because I don't know of many studios that are like, oh, we were thinking about doing this, and then if they decide not to, just simply saying, oh, we decided against that, or they actually do it, or they do it, but don't do it exactly how they were discussing. Maybe they were gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But they
some of
do a
the things
version
weren't
of
even a
it.
maybe. Some of them were, we are doing this, like the free to play, no later than the 27th. Like,
Yeah.
some of them were a definite, we're going to. And then just never do it. Or even mention it again.
Yeah, it's there's just a lot of things that they do that I'm like, I've never seen I'm gonna just refer to them because as a collectively as a studio. Quote, I'm
Right,
using
it's
air
the
quotes every time I say studio.
right. I use the
I've
air
never seen
quotes
a
because, like, they're not
studio.
a studio, and I would never consider
Yeah.
them a studio. They're a high school project,
Yeah.
but
It's a
essentially,
high school project that they were like, oh, I bet we could do more with this. And then I think you're right. I think your potential your theory of like well they've just kind of lost interest in this high school project that they were making money off of, and and if that's the case, then just go ahead and just drop it. Let's let it die. Don't do
or
anything
let
more
somebody
with
else
it,
take
and move
over.
on. Somebody else take over, sell the game.
Yeah, legit
Um,
sell the game.
so that way somebody else who might want to do more with it does something with it, and just move on to a different project.
Because right now, you're doing more harm than good to it.
Yeah. I don't think you could possibly be making that much money off of this.
You find the brassworm in boreal pines.
Yeah, it's
Hi,
winter, so
Nightmare.
there's a 2% chance of it spawning.
Yeah, there's a 0.2% chance of
No,
it
no, no.
spawning. Oh no, it's
It's
winter
it's
now, so
winter.
it's a 2.5% chance.
Yeah,
So now is the time to go try and find that brassworm.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, exactly, that's it. It's more harm to the game than letting somebody else take over with fresh, you know, a fresh mind, fresh ideas, and somebody who probably has an enjoyment and love for the game.
What is happening?
Yeah, the string absolutely is a nightmare without Polaris, 100%. How
Yeah,
are you today, Nightmare?
my
It's in
fucking
Boreal Pines. It's in the little cove thing.
that little crystal thing.
Yeah, the little crystal-y area.
Oh my god, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get the strings to this fucking. I mean, not with my game lagging like it is. Like I'm struggling over here.
Uh, the resin and the string can go eat a bag of dicks. That's all I had to say on that. I had to set my controller down for the moment because I have a whole lot of fucking nerve pain shooting through my hand and my arm at the moment. So, yeah. my hand is quite angry at me. Yeah. Which that's freaking cool.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, Chaos. Oh. Gonna take a break here for a second on trying to fish this dumbass resin and eat some soup here.
No, I'm starved out.
Okay, so for our conversation a couple days ago, I found something else that I actually do add salt into.
Hmm.
Chicken noodle soup.
It just depends.
The canned chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I think our conversation was mostly on what we had. I had pepper to, but
Yeah.
I do add salt
At one
to.
point we talked about salt. We had salt
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Because I talked about how like I had to readjust how I was how I was consuming salt because I was consuming way too much.
Right. Yeah. Yes, the blue ends if someone catches it. But yeah, so I do add to chicken noodle soup. I don't know why, but yeah.
Well, most of the time, especially if it's I think Campbell's or whatever,
Yeah, it's only
they do
the Campbell's chunky.
they do low sodium, like they just automatically do low sodium shit now, and it's like, well, that's great, but also salt helps bring out flavor in things a lot of times.
And I feel like when I do, I can taste it brings out the flavor of the celery and the carrots more.
Yeah, salt is an important ingredient when it comes to cooking. I just had a habit of using way too much. Like I would cook with a decent amount of salt, and then afterwards also salt my food, and that's just way too much salt.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I use it a little bit with actual cooking, but I don't typically spray salt after, but I do
Yep.
salt chicken noodle soup. Hello,
That's
Voxy.
that's what I was doing. Now I have a much healthier relationship with salt. I don't eat it out of the palm of my hand anymore. Like
Give me a moment, Celestic, and I can help you out with that.
you got me
I
hungry now.
technically have another private server that we can add you to, and you can go there. Yeah, sea salt's good.
Yeah, that's typically what I use now, rather than regular table salt.